Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for your being here today. I'm Sultan Sadaad, and I will be the moderator of these sessions. It's my pleasure to guide this insightful conference on this topic, gender and language, empowering women through English education. But before we start this conference, maybe we can recite in basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Thank you very much. Today, we will explore how language, especially English, can play a pivotal role in empowering women across various sectors. Each group will present their unique perspective, and I'm confident this session will spark meaningful ideas and solutions. Our conference will feature presentation from four groups. Each group will have 10 minutes to present their topic. And without any further ado, let us begin with our first groups. Please welcome Group 8 from Class A, who will present on the topic From Challenge to Confidence, Strategies for Women's English Education. For Group 8 from Class A, time is yours.
Okay. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful of God. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, good evening all. Here we are from Group A from class 3A, namely Sultan Sadaad, Nailah Mumtazah, Ananda. We want to bring you all to our main topic is gender and language, empowering women through English education. That we from Group A want to deepen our discussion to from challenge to confidence, strategies for women English education. Next slide. Okay, here we are at the list of content. There are introduction, research question, findings, conclusion, and the last is recommendation. Okay, next slide. Introduction. In this slide, especially we want to know the background from the topic we brought. Introduction, at the introduction, explaining that between sex and gender, they are must be different, right? Sex is just refers to the biological characteristic that specifically explain there are boys and girls, while gender, it refers to the identity of someone in public or social life generally. So at the second paragraph, explain about gender stereotyping, while gender stereotyping are also be conclude to this introduction that may be connected to this topic. Stereotype means that set an expectation on one set at birth, such as a girl, they must be have a feminine job, like from small people must be their conversation like expecting that a girl must being nurse at the future, or must be a beauty vlogger at the future, like that. While boys are usually expecting people expecting that they are must be in the hard work, such as businessman, engineer, and other things that boys are supposed to do. At the third paragraph, Women access to education is very important, especially in learning English to empower their participate globally. But of course, at that statement must be there are obstacles in this social effect. Therefore, in this section, we will discuss further about this problem. Check it out. To the next presenter, Ananda Karina.
Okay, next I will explain about uh, our the research question of our group. The first question is what are the social and cultural barriers that prevent women from accessing English education? This question asks us to look at the reason why women might have trouble learning English due to social and cultural factors. It wants to understand how things like gender roles, cultural tradition, and family expectation can stop women from getting the chance to learn English. These barriers can include ideas about what women's roles should be, what society expects from them, and what resources are available. The question this question aims to explore how this factor affects women's ability to access education and opportunities for learning English. The second question is, what are the most effective English education strategies for building women's self-confidence? This question focuses on finding the best methods to help women improve their confidence while learning English. It explores how teaching strategies can not only improve language skill, but also empower women by boosting their self-esteem and belief in their abilities. The question looks at understanding which approaches in English education are most successful in creating a positive and supportive learning environment that encourages women to feel more confident in their language learning journey. Okay, next slide will be presented by Nailah.
Okay. So, as the research question that Karina explained earlier, our first finding is social norms barrier. There are still many cultures that argue that women should be prioritized in terms of household matters rather than education. And this norm perpetuates gender and inequality and restrict opportunities for women. So that many women feel unconfident when they have to prioritize education. And prioritizing they often limit girls education and aspiration prioritizing domestic roles over careers in many regions like in sub-Saharan Africa. Boys education is favored, leaving girls with fewer resources and higher dropout rates due to early marriage and household duties. Okay, next. Well, on the next slide, it explains that about the financial constraints or financial challenges in the family economy. So many family with the middle to lower income prioritize education for boys over girls, and many families tell their daughter to marry earlier and do a job that can produce money, thus disrupting their access to English educational
3 minutes
opportunities.
left.
And in mindset prevalent in regions like rural India and Sub-Saharan Africa, assume higher economic returns from educating boys and overlooking the transformative benefits of educating girls. Okay, next. Boosting women confidence and access to English. So these are the ways for women's confidence to get the English educational learning. So the first is flexible learning. Create a social media platform to make it easier for women to access the lesson and have more confidence in English learning education. And yeah, breaking the traditional barriers. And the next is inclusive curriculum. It incorporate gender issues to promote understanding and inclusivity in the classroom. Like incorporate the gender issue into English education lessons so that students become more familiar with the issues so as to eliminate the stereotypes. The next is local materials. Context relevant learning resource improve engagement and comprehension. So in order to improve our understanding, we also need to discuss and know about the issue around us or in the country itself.
1 minute
And the
left.
next is teach as agent of change. Like the role of the teacher is very important in this issue in order to invite the woman to discuss in class with confidence by looking at the same between woman and man. And the next is community support. Build the community to learn English with a comfortable environment, such as to increase vocabulary and also improve communication skills in English. So, yeah, next.
And the conclusion will be provided by me. The conclusion is after we discussing about the topic, we found that the social and cultural barriers such as traditional gender roles, financial contrasts, and practical norms are significantly hinders women to access to English educations. And for to solve the problem, by supporting teaching environment, providing consistent practice opportunity, revising curricula to emphasize practical communication, and ensuring equitable access to resource, can contribute to their confidence, career development, and ability to effectively navigate diverse social and professional contexts. And for the recommendation, after we talking about the problem, we can over the recommendation for the government or for the woman itself. The first one is which promote woman-centric programs, which is establish women-only classes and mentorship programs to create safe and supportive learning environment. By this, women can feel free to talk in this environment because this all about the is all in this club is a woman's. And the second one is encourage flexible learning models expand the availability of mobile and online learning platform to reach women in remote areas, which is it can help women that have a lot of busy, like they need to clean their house and extra. But with the online mobile learning, it can have uh, free from them to talking with this. And the third one is to create confidence building activities. And the last one is advocate for the gender equity in educations. Back to Awa.
Okay, maybe just that what we can deliver to you all. Thank you for the audience who had a great attention to listening to our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back to moderator, please.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much for Group H from Class A for your thought-provoking presentations. You've highlighted some important aspect of building confidence in women through English educations. Now let's move to our second group. Please welcome Group 3 from Class B, who will present on the topic Empowering Women Through English, the transformative role in educators and institutions. From Group 3, time is yours.
Okay. Amanta, can you share the Can you switch to presentation mode, please?
Udah kelihatan belum?
Your
Sudah.
session is already view on my Zoom, but it's not the full screens. So you can put your, like you choose the presence on the right top buttons. Yeah, you can start now.
Good evening, everyone. We are from Group 7, actually not 3. Um, we will present our topic, Empowering Women Through English, the transformative role of education and institution. Next. Okay, this is our team. There are Amanta and Annajma, Intan Tarisa, and me, Safira Salsabila. Next. Okay, so the table of our content is the first is introduction, the second is findings, the third is conclusion, and the last is recommendation. Okay, first, introduction. So, we are going to discuss a topic that not only aligns with principles of education, but also addresses one of pressing global issues of our time, women's empowerment. While significant strides have been made in the fight for gender equality, there is still a long way to go, and surprisingly, the field of English language teaching, or ELT, can play a crucial role in this journey. First, let us reflect on why women's empowerment is so essential. Empowering women is not merely about achieving gender justice, it is about transforming societies. Studies show that communities thrive when women have equal opportunities from economic development to improved education system. The ripple effects of empowering women touch every corner of society. Now, you might wonder, what does this have to do with English teaching? The English language is not just a tool for communication, it's a bridge to knowledge, culture, and global perspective. When English teachers incorporate feminist perspective into their lessons, they don't just teach a language, they shape mindsets. They encourage a critical thinking about traditional norms and foster gender awareness in their students. This idea is supported by studies such as Claudia 2021, Liesel 2022, and Aaron 2022, which highlight how transformative this approach can be. Having established the significance of women's empowerment and the role English language teaching can play in advising this cause, let us now explore how English serves as a powerful tool for empowerment. Specifically, we will examine the ways English literacy impacts women's lives, how it mediates empowerment, and the strategies educators can implement to promote gender awareness in their teaching practice. The next, Naja.
All right, the next is findings. And here we have three findings. The 2.1 is the role of English as empowerment tool. 2.2 is literacy as mediator between English language and women. And the last is 2.3 is how English teaching can raise awareness about women's empowerment. So we can go in 2.1 about the role of English as an empowerment. English and women's, first is English and women's empowerment. That's it. Learning English can change life. It helps women escape poverty, find better jobs, and provide brighter futures for their families. Programs like Pro Literacy show that learning English give women independence and the confidence to make better decisions for themselves and their communities. Number two is language as a tool for empowerment. Language is more than just a way to talk. It's a key to knowledge and expressing yourself. English as a global language gives women the chance to share their ideas, change the way people think, and make their voice heard. Learning English isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It is about opening doors to new opportunities. The third or the last is global impact of English on women's empowerment. The ability to speak English has made a big difference for women worldwide. For example, in the UK, migrant women who learn English feel more confident, less alone, and better able to integrate into society. And in Canada, refugees women who learn English are more likely to get jobs and become financially independent. This example shows that English helps women connect with others, feel included, and build better life. The next is 2.2, is literacy as a bridge between English and women's empowerment. The first is how English supports empowerment. Learning English is more than just learning a language. It helps women gain independence, make smarter choices, and overcome challenges like poverty or discrimination. English literacy helps women stand strong and take charge of their futures. Second is empowerment through literacy. Being able to read and write a powerful tool for women. It helps them take part in society, improve their health, earn more income, and fight for equality. That's why literacy programs are so important. They give women the skills to improve their life and those around them. The third or the last is how English literacy make a difference globally. Knowing English helps women face unfair treatment, build confidence, and success in social and work environment. Organizations like Pro Literacy work hard to teach English so that women can unlock their full potential and achieve their dreams. And the last finding, or 2.3, is how English teaching can raise awareness about women's empowerment. First is bringing gender awareness into language classes. Teaching English can also teach about gender equality. Adding discussion about this issue into lessons helps students think critically and become more aware of social roles. Number two is better learning outcomes. Studies show that when teachers include gender topics in their lesson, students, especially girls, learn better, feel more confident, and understand that word multiply. This creates a more supportive classroom for everyone. And the third or the last is teachers as role model. Teachers play a key role in shaping students' mindsets. By showing inclusivity and encouraging open discussion, they challenge all belief and help students see the importance of fairness and equality. Teachers don't just teach a language, they inspire students to create change. Okay, the next material we are presented by Intan Tarisa.
Okay, now next. Okay, now I will just go into conclusion. In conclusion, it is evident that English serves as a powerful tool for women's empowerment. Measuring the language not only opens doors to better employment and educational opportunities, but also enable women to achieve independence, build self-confidence, and fight against gender inequality. As a global language, English facilitates access to improve social networks, economic growth, and enhance social status. However, these opportunities can only be fully realized when strong English language skills are combined with functional literacy and educated social support system. Through effective English literacy programs, women gain the ability to better understand their environment, make informed decisions, and access greater opportunities for a better life. This highlights the importance of integrating gender-sensitive approach into English teaching strategies. For example, incorporating discussion of gender equality into the curriculum has proven high effectivity in raising awareness and empowering female students to become agents of change in their communities. So the next, to achieve this, recommendation, we recommended the following strategies for implementing effective English language teaching that supports women's environment. Next. First is gender-based curriculum in development. Learning materials should include some such as human rights, women's education right, and economic empowerment, ensuring that these issues are central to the learning experience. So the second is inclusion of general issues in English material. Incorporate content like short stories, article, and society structure. So the last is equal access to learning opportunities. Government and non-governmental organizations must revitalize increasing access to English learning program, especially for women in rural or vulnerable communities, ensuring they have the tools to succeed in education, work, and beyond. By implementing these
I'm
recommendations,
sorry, your time is up, so maybe you can quick on the point to straight to the points.
by implementing this recommendation, we are not just teaching a language, we are equipping women with the tools to transform the lives and actively contribute to an inclusive and equitable society. Let us remember that empowering women is not just about achieving gender equality, it is about unlocking the potential of half of the world's population. When we invest in women's empowerment, we invest in stronger families, more resilient communities, and a brighter future for everyone. Thank you for your attention, and let's work together to make this vision a reality.
All right, thank you so much, Group 7, for your presentations. I'm sorry for the misleading in first ones. And it is inspiring to see how educators at institutions can play a role in the transformative process. So next, let us welcome Group 4 from Class B, who will present the topic, the influence of English education in empowering women, achieving financial independence and breaking gender barriers.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our international conference. We are Group 4, and our presentation is titled by the influence of English education in empowering women, achieving financial independence and breaking gender barriers. With our outstanding and amazing group members, they are me, Keysha, Allea, Zanuba, Adra, Aurelia, Sadiya, Nabila, Yulia, Nazma, and also Bintang Mahardika. This presentation focuses on how English education can be a transformative tool for women, enabling them to achieve economic independence, leadership, and social empowerment. We'll walk you through key findings from our research, supported by real-world example and actionable recommendation. And let's begin. So, English education is a powerful enabler of change. It opens up opportunities that were traditionally inaccessible to women, especially in patriarchal societies. By learning English, women gain access to global knowledge, better employment prospects, and leadership roles, breaking the barriers imposed by traditional gender roles. Our presentation will highlight how English education achieves these outcomes through three focus areas. So the first is economic empowerment, leadership and professional growth, policy, and community support to sustain these efforts. This introduction sets the stage for the findings and recommendation we'll present. And the next speaker will be held by Bintang Mahardika.
Okay, so our study is guided by three main objectives. The first one is boost employability. So we analyze how English education helps women secure better jobs and assume leadership roles. The second one is dismantle gender roles. We explore how mastering English challenges societal norms, giving women the confidence to lead changes. The third one is evaluate policy and community effort. So we assess initiatives that combine English education with socio-economic development. And these objectives help us identify key trends and successful programs, which we will discuss in the next slide. English education has direct economic benefits for women, which we categorize it into three areas. The first is global job market. English proficiency gives women the skills needed to work in international industries, such as technology, healthcare, and education. And the second one is higher wages and stable careers. Women who speak English can earn significantly higher wages, securing their financial independence. The third one is entrepreneurship opportunities. English empower women to start their own businesses, especially in agriculture, craft work, and other creative fields. For example, in Kenya, programs that integrate vocational training with English education have helped women generate income by selling handmade goods internationally. And the leadership is another area where English education creates significant impact by improving their communication skills. Women are better equipped to take on leadership roles in both professional and community settings. By effective communication, English allows women to navigate multicultural and international environments confidently, whether in business negotiations, conferences, or team management. And by leadership roles, with English, women are empowered to lead projects, advocate for social equality, and challenge discriminatory practices. So the next one will be presented by Adra.
The next is access to educational resources. English education now unlocks access to essential resources for career and personal development. The first online learning platform. English enables women to take courses on platforms like Coursera and edX, earning certification in high-demand fields. And the second, advanced education. Proficiency in English allows women to pursue higher studies in STEM, arts, and social sciences, boosting their skill and career prospects. For women balancing family responsibilities, this platform offers flexibility and affordability, making education more accessible. And next, policy role. Policy and community support are key to equitable access to English education. The first government initiative. Policies for prioritizing language education for women, especially in underserved areas. And the second program, integration, combining English education with job training or small business development. For example, in Burkina Faso, women receive English training alongside business skills, enabling them to sustain small business. Such programs address both language and financial needs, ensuring long-term impact. Next,
Sorry, Adra.
I'm sorry, you mute your microphone so we can on the next slide so you can explain in the slides.
sorry. And the next, social impact of English. English education transforms women's roles in families and communities by the first, building confidence. Mastering English boosts self-esteem, enabling women to lead projects and speak publicly. And the second, enhancing decision-making. English empowers women to make informed choices at home, work, and society. By challenging gender roles, English proficiency, women become role models, empowering future generation and fostering empowerment and equality. The next presenter is Nabila.
Okay, so the conclusion. The conclusion is English education is transformative tools for women. It promotes financial independence by providing access to better job and higher wages, enhances leadership opportunities and foster confidence to challenge society norms. Programs that integrate English with vocational and professional training have proven highly effective creating in creating lasting improvement. English education doesn't just benefit individual, it contributes to building inclusive, equal, and thriving communities. Next slide.
Based on our finding, here are 4 key recommendations. The first is expand affordable programs, especially in rural areas, to ensure more women can access English education. The second is combine English with job skill. For example, integrating English with healthcare or technology training to meet industry demand. And the third is develop flexible learning platform. Policies like daycare support can help women balance educational and family responsibilities. So the last is encourage community-driven programs. Programs that integrate English with financial literacy or entrepreneurship training can create sustainable change. Next. So this concludes our presentation today. Thank you for your time and attention in empowering women. As the quote on this slide said, don't just be a girl with a pretty face. Be a woman with beauty, brands, and success. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back to the moderator, please.
Good job. Your idea about the financial independence and breaking gender barriers were very insightful. And now we move to our final groups, which is Group 1 from Class C, will present the topic about the educating women's empowering nations, English as a tool of the progress, for the progress. And from Group 1 and from Group 4, time is yours.
Thank you for Sultan Sadaad having me here today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dedicated advocates for women's empowerment. It is with great enthusiasm that I welcome you to the Empowering Women Through English Education. Today, we gather not only to celebrate the achievements of women around to the globe, but also to explore the transformative power of English education in enhancing opportunities for women and girls. Next, please. English education is one of the most important things that many people need to understand, at least in basic grade. Many things happening in English education, such as increasing the understanding of many people in any areas, but there are still many problems which still happening until these days. Those are gender equality and empowering women's rights. Gender equality here questioning about what are the challenges the women face in accessing English education. Not only that problem, but also the problem about how can English education be used as a tool to empower women and increase gender equality. However, access to quality English education remains unequal, particularly for women in many regions. Our mission today is clear: to discuss strategies, share success stories, and inspire action that will empower women through English education. Together, let us harness the power of English education to uplift women everywhere, ensuring that they have the tools they need to succeed and thrive. I'm Refalin Setiawan, and next will be presented by Siti Sarah Azzahra. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you for having me. So now we want to talk about what we find in English education can be used as a tool to empower women and increase gender equality. According to Brittany and Aurelia, by incorporating gender equality values into the curriculum and classroom practices, English teaching can enhance women empowerment. Integrating gender equality values in curriculum and classroom practices has a positive impact on women's empowerment. In the in the context of English language teaching, we can be achieved through learning materials that are inclusive of gender perspectives and encouraging women's active participation in the classroom. And then, according to Khan and Ali, mastery of English opens women's access to economic and social opportunities. English proficiency increases women's access to economic and social opportunities. With English language proficiency, we can expand employment opportunities in global markets and provide access to higher education or international knowledge resources. And then, according to Bronson and Falk, female students reported that learning English broadened their perspectives and expectations, enhancing their empowerment and self-confidence. Learning English helped broaden women's perspectives and boost their self-confidence. In the research, female students reported that mastering English opened their horizons to the world, new cultures, and opportunities. And in empowering women through English education, we also get some challenges. According to Rin, navigating social norms, some female students also were able to challenge the social restrictions. There are social barriers that limit female students' actions and interactions regarding English language learning. For example, textbooks or curricula that may reinforce gender stereotypes, and then social norms that prevent women from learning a foreign language or interacting with men in the classroom. So now let's move on the next session with Elisa Celestia. Okay,
Okay,
Cha, time
thank
is
you,
yours.
Sarah. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Based on this report's finding, English education is vital for empowering women socially, economically, and politically. Proficiency in English equips women with essential communication skills, enabling their active participation in various areas of life, previously hindered by language barriers. However, challenges remain, including disparities in educational access and cultural barriers limiting women's opportunities. Overall, English education not only enhances communication skill but also serves as a powerful tool for improving women's quality of life and fostering a more equitable society. So the ability to speak English helps women communicate better so they can be more active in various aspects of life. However, challenges remain, such as unequal access to education and cultural barriers that limit women's opportunities. Overall, English education not only improves communication skills, but is also an important tool for improving women's quality of life and creating a more equitable society. Okay, the next material will be explained by Muhammad Lutfi.
Okay, thank you very much, Elsa. So the last session is the recommendation. Based on the findings of this report, several recommendations has been made to enhance women empowerment through English language education. This focus on improving access, equality, and impact. The first is integrating gender equality in the curriculum. So with gender equality in the curriculum, we know that in the curriculum now there are just a few there are so many subjects in the curriculum, but usually there is no about gender equality in the curriculum that really uh, explain about. So with that being said, the to make it a woman have more rights to gender equality, we need to integrating gender equality in the curriculum. And the second is expanding access to English education. So here we know that English education has been accessed by many people in worldwide, but uh, not we usually just uh, get it in big city, but not in the rural area. In the rural area, we know that no not all people can will be able to have access to English education. And with that being said, we can we can expand the access English education with like usual example like bring the teacher, woman's teacher there because usually children like woman's teacher. And the third is developing workplace empowerment programs. So in the workplace, especially, usually we know that the higher staff in the workplace is just men, but very good skill in English education, and they are able to speak with many people in worldwide, internationally. They will have more opportunity to make their own their own uh their own opportunity to make it higher stuff. And the fourth is rising awareness of women's education. To rising awareness English education, uh we know that some student no many student now is aware in English education, but they usually just aware it in school, not in higher education. And also usually disrespectful to the teacher, especially to the English uh, woman teacher. So with maybe with the and especially for the woman, it will enhance the gender equality in teaching area. And I think that's all from us. Thank you very much. We are from group one, third C. We do apologize for some mistake that we made. Let's say it together. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Assalamualaikum
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
Group 1 and third C. This is a very insightful that we can learn from these sessions. And thank you to all groups for your wonderful presentation. You've given a lot of things about regarding how English education can empower women and drive positive change in society. From today's discussions, we have learned that English education plays a vital role in empowering women across multiple aspects of their life. Each group has provided valuable insight to this transformation process. Group 8 have emphasized strategies to overcome challenges and build confidence in women through English education. Group 3 highlight the crucial role that educators and institutions play in empowering women. Group 4 showcase how English education contributes to financial independence and breaking gender barriers. And a group one, the last as a medium can lead to national progress. In conclusion, in conclusions, English is not just a language, but it's a tool of empowerment, growth, and change. By providing access to quality English educations, we enable women to overcome challenges, seize opportunity, and contribute to their communities and nations. I want to thank everyone for their active participation and engagements. Let us continue to explore and advocate for the empowering women through education. With that, I conclude this conference. Have a great day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sadaad, can I stop the recording or?
Yes, you can stop the recording. Thank you very much, Safira, for the record this.